coordinates of the turning point. So at turning points, what happens? Your dy dx is equal to 0. Simple. I have my y. All I have to do is differentiate. So let's write dy dx equal to 0. Let's find. If I differentiate this, what is my answer? You differentiate the power, you get 4. So bring the 4 down. It's going to be 8e4x. Very simple. And then you differentiate this, same concept, you differentiate this, your answer is going to be negative 4. So 8 times 4 is 32e negative 4x equal to 0. Now I have to find the coordinate. So I have to try to solve this. What looks ugly here? This part here. So I'm going to move it over that side. Okay, so far everything looks good. What looks ugly? The second line? The 8 and 32. Let's simplify further. e4x 4e negative 4x. This is very simple. What really looks ugly now? All this while it was still fine. Now this part here, it's so ugly. We never like negative power. So how can I write that? You bring this down and then you're going to write it as 4 over e4x. Okay, so far good. I just bring this down. Now can you see what looks ugly here? It's this part. We never like this. See, this one was ugly. The negative, because I have a equal here, obviously you want to bring this over. So now this looks ugly. So obviously I want to bring this up and I try to multiply. When I bring up, I realize, oh God, they look the same. They look the same, right? So how do you do this part? What is x times by x? X squared. What is 4 times by 4? I know it's 16, but can you write it like that? Same concept. e4x power of 2 equal to 4. And how do you go about with this part here? Power, multiply. Remember, power, always multiply. So you get e 8x equals to 4. Now what looks ugly at this level? The e. We never like the e. If you want to get rid of the e, you need the balancer of it. What is the balancer? Ln e. You multiply ln on both sides because you need to balance the equal sign. So now I can drag this power and bring down here. I get 8x and then there is a ln e equal to ln 4. And you know that ln e is exactly 1. So I get 8x equals to ln 4. And now that's going to lead me with x equal to ln 4 over 8. Okay, we keep this. I need to find the coordinates. Coordinates means I need to get the x and y. So you take this, you substitute into the y. Where is your y? This one. This is the y. So you go and substitute the x here with ln 4 over 8. Substitute this with negative 4 times ln 4 over 8. So doing that, what you will get? You can use calculator to solve that. Type as it is. Ln 4 divided by 8. And then when I put this here, you also can take your calculator and try it, yeah. Minus 4. We got a nice value where y is equal to 8. So what is my coordinate? It's ln 4 over 8, comma 8. I know the turning actually happening at this point. This is where the turning point happens. But when it turns, will it look like that? Will it be a maximum turning or will it be a minimum turning? How do you find this? Yeah, this is what the question was asking you to check. Check the nature. Is the nature tend to turn upward or tend to turn downward like that? Okay, how to do this? You need to do the second derivative. What is second derivative? You take your dy dx and then you're going to differentiate that again. So let's keep this solution here. Now, so to do the second derivative, this is my dy dx, right? So I will start from here. D squared y over dx squared is equal to, simple, take the power, bring it in front, 32e4x plus, what is 32 times by 4? 128 e power negative 4x. So what do we do now? We have to take this particular x value here and substitute here. Check what happens when you substitute the x value there. What will you get? I think, if we are not mistaken, E8x is 4, E4x is 2, you will get 128. You can just type it in the calculator. Now what can we conclude? Is this value greater than 0 or lesser than 0? Greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then this point here, ln 4 over 8 comma 8 is minimum point. Okay, so far good, right? Okay, now let us try the part B. How to do the part B? Do you want to try on your own first? Okay, let me just shrink this. I put it down here. The second part, it's a similar type. They ask you to find the coordinate of the stationary point. No checking of the nature is needed. So in this case, I think it is very simple. We take this, we do dy dx. What rule? Product rule. So as usual, you got 4 brackets. I don't have space, so let's shift it a little. Fill up your bracket now. X, this is definitely your ln x. Now you differentiate the x, what you put here. You differentiate the ln x, you put here. Differentiate x, what is the answer? 1. It's simple. Differentiate ln x, 1 over x. What is one thing we haven't do? Can you see that you have this at the back here? You differentiate minus 2x. What is your answer? Minus 2. I got my dy dx. Let me simplify. This one will give you a 1 plus ln x minus 2. The number and number you can bring together. So it's ln x minus 1. At stationary point, what happened? Dy dx equal to 0. Equate this to 0. Equate this to 0. What looks ugly here? I need to balance, right? I have to bring the minus 1 over that side. Then ln x. How do I solve the ln part? You just need to introduce the e. Balance it up with the e. Therefore, x equal to e power 1. Those who don't know, remember the easy technique. The ln you bring over, you get the e like that. Power 1. I got my x right. This is actually a coordinate. If you press, you will get 2 point something. I only want the coordinate. It means I need the x and y. Let's find the y. To get the y, what do? I use this y and I'm going to substitute. E ln e minus 2e. What is ln e? It's exactly 1. E minus 2e is equal to minus e. So my coordinate is e comma negative